Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, let me introduce myself. My name is Ella Fedriani with NPM 234110003 from the Management Study Program at Technocrat University. In this video, I will explain the material about health and safety in the workplace. So, health and safety in the workplace, which was previously in the form of points into a more flowing paragraph narrative. The importance of health and safety in the workplace. Occupational health and safety, or OHS, is not just compliance with regulations, but a fundamental value that must be firmly embedded in every organization. Why is that? First, from a humanitarian perspective, every individual has the right to work in a safe and healthy environment, free from the risk of injury or illness. Second, legally, companies have a binding obligation to protect the welfare of their employees. Ignoring the OHS aspect can result in large fines or detrimental lawsuits. More than that, OHS also brings significant business benefits. A safe work environment will increase employee productivity and morale, reduce absenteeism, and reduce costs arising from injury or illness. Ultimately, a commitment to OHS will improve the company's reputation in the eyes of the public and prospective employees. Understanding occupational health and safety, or OHS, by definition, OHS is a discipline that focuses on protecting the health, safety, and welfare of all individuals in the workplace. This includes systematic effort to prevent work-related injuries and diseases by controlling hazards and risks in the work environment, as well as continuously striving to improve work environment conditions so that they are always safe and healthy. There are four main pillars in OHS: hazard identification, recognizing potential source of harm, risk assessment, or evaluating the likelihood and severity of harm, risk control, or implementing measures to eliminate or reduce risk, and ongoing education and training for all employees. The final pillar is regular monitoring and review to ensure the OHS program is running effectively. Shared responsibility in OHS. The success of an OHS program is the result of shared responsibility. Management or the company has a crucial role by providing a safe working environment, providing adequate equipment, and ensuring sufficient training for employees. They are also responsible for complying with all applicable OHS regulations and providing the necessary research. On the other hand, employees also play an important role. They are required to comply with OHS procedures, report any hazard or incidents that occur, use personal protective equipment or PPE properly, and actively participate in any OHS training that is held. In addition, maintaining the cleanliness and tidiness of the work area is also part of the employee's responsibility. The workplace can harbor many different types of hazards. We recognize physical hazards such as noise, extreme temperatures or electricity, chemical hazard from hazardous materials, biological hazard from bacteria or viruses, ergonomic hazard from unnatural working positions, psychosocial hazards such as stress or bullying, and mechanical hazards from unguarded machinery. To control the risks from this hazard, we use an effective hierarchy of controls. The first step is elimination, which is removing the hazard completely. If that is not possible, we can do substitution by replacing the hazardous material with a safer one. Then there are engineering controls that involve physical modification to the work environment, such as installing ventilation or machine guards. Next are administrative control, which are changes to the way work is done through, say, procedure or job rotation. As a last resort, personal protective equipment or PPE, such as helmets or gloves, are used, but it is important to remember that PPE is only effective if used correctly and is the last line of defense. Emergency preparedness and building a strong OHS culture while prevention is key. We must always be prepared for emergency. Every workplace needs to have a clear evacuation plan, trained first aid personnel, and structured fire and incident reporting procedures. Regular emergency drills or simulation are crucial to ensure everyone is prepared. More than just procedures, successful OHS depends on a strong OHS culture. This starts with demonstrated management commitment, active employee involvement at all levels, and open communication on OHS issues. This culture also encourages continuous learning from every incident or near miss, and rewards and recognition for those who demonstrate good OHS behavior. Consider steps and your role in OHS. An effective OHS program typically includes OHS orientation for new employees, regular OHS training, or such as the use of PPE or first aid, periodic OHS inspections, the formation of an OHS committee, and an OHS awareness campaign through posters or bulletin. Key aspects of workplace health and safety: risk assessment, identifying potential hazard and evaluating the likelihood of harm; hazard control, implementing measures to eliminate or reduce risks such as engineering controls, administrative control, and personal protective equipment or PPE. Training and information, providing employees with the necessary training and information to perform their job safely. Incident reporting, establishing a system for reporting incidents, near misses, and unsafe conditions. Health monitoring, regularly monitoring the health of employees, especially those exposed to specific hazards. First aid, ensuring readily available first aid resource and trained personnel. Safe equipment and system of work, providing safe equipment and procedures for all tasks. Psychosocial hazard, addressing mental health concerns and promoting a positive work environment. Benefits of a strong workplace safety program: reduce accidents and injuries, proactive hazard identification and control lead to fewer incidents. Improve productivity, safe works are more productive and focused. I think that's enough for the discussion of the material this time. I will end it with wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.